lot of new money, when it's not saving, be liking my flavor, I think it's cause.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carolina getting set to take the field.
Here we go. 180. That QB's trash. That's great. 43's the mic. Yo. Express! Yo. 43's the mic.
Now Newton on first down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Put your hands on him. Get him.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Let's go. We're set. Look at him. 43. Here we go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Great. 43 the mic. Watch a slap.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Let's go one more. Yellow, yellow. Gun. You must be dreaming.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And all the way home. Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 46 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
20.
Now it's Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Panthers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Situation. Let's go. Gun.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Gun. 43, Hayward, 3. Check, 43. It's a party. Express.
Throwing on second and 8. Newton, he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Mike 43. Mike 43. Quarterback, listen. Express. Don't get nervous. 43 is a mark. Great. Tighten up. Pull together.
From the 50, Newton. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Let's go, baby.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Gun.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room.
And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation. Why weren't they ready? Instead, it turns into a monster gain and gets them way from the shadow of their own end zone.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
20.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that is incomplete here. The intended target, Mike Davis. And that takes us from second to third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
43 is the mark. Check right, check right. Express!
From the gun, here's Newton. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rewind. Gun. Let's get off the field.
Passing play, Flacco. He finds Riddick, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Back. Check 59, Mike is gone. You're 5-0. Hey, they're scared. They're 6-6. Bullet high. Gun. Tight dog.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Whip. Watch the whip.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. The completion to Riddick. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Gun. Hey, Delta. Here I come.
Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Monday. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit. Gun.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
3rd down, Flacco from the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brian Burns in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And cuts out right sideline. A big play there from McCaffrey. 64 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 12, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
43 is the mic. 43. 43. Check. 43. Watch the screen. Pass. 43 is the mic. 20. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. That's it. Fellas, let's set a tone.
Back to throw. Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd and 7, Flacco. This is the tight end Fant. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. DJ Moore is back deep waiting for it. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st down, it's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Black 80! Check 59. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's Lindsey, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
From the gun, Flacco. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Kill, turn up. 43 is the mic, boy, 43. Check, 43.
On second and 11 now. Newton, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Who's that? Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner going into the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and now it's second down.
I got you, punk.
It's the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down. On first down, Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he's got it across midfield. And they turn to Scarlett again. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Officials so cognizant of that call now.
Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard. All blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the process.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll be stopped short.
43. You. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. Watch the run.
They snap it to Newton. Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
At the 22-yard line.
Mike's 59. Hey, man.
From the 22, Flacco. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike, check, 59.
Gun.
I got one.
Hurry up.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mike is 50. Red.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey.
Someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
McManus's point after is good, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Broncos 31, Panthers 6. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. Well, they get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Get him. Get him. Get him. Express. Express! 43 is the Mike. Hey. What is it?
The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game, maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL, any given Sunday is a phrase they take seriously. And guess what? That was probably going to backfire.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Flacco. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
At the 16-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Gun. Check 43. 43.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
8. Mike's 43. Come on.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Complete to right. 30. Past the 20, 10, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jarius Wright, 76 yards, and the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Mike is 59.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You're over here. Red! Hey, exit.
Flacco from the gun. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. picked up by Ross Cockrell. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was written.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.